Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. So in today's video, I'm going to share a very personal story with you about my cyst that I had for 4 years that I finally got removed in November of last year. I never really talked about this before, but I'm all about sharing everything with you guys. So this is something that was very embarrassing for me for 4 years that I dealt with. And I finally can say that it's gone. And I have this scar to prove it, which I'm not going to show you the scar, but I still have a scar. And I probably will always have a flesh-colored scar right underneath where the cow is. But anyway, you guys, that isn't the point. The point is, this is my story. So yes, thank you for subscribing. So it all happened. Okay, so I first decided, I first realized that I had this cyst forming on my chest, and it was like right in the middle of it's like right on top of my chest bone right here. And I would say it ended up being like the size of like that. Well, maybe like the cyst was like that, but then the swelling was like about that size towards the end of it, like for a long time. Like the size of the circle. And I thought it was an ingrown hair. I thought it would go away. Actually, I thought it was a pimple at first. And this happened the fall of 2019. I started noticing it grow. I thought, okay, it'll go away. It was just some skin irritation. I waited 6 months. And then right before COVID hit in 2020, I ended up going to my general practitioner. And he thought, oh, it's not a big deal. Whatever. We'll just do the operation right now. And I'm like, okay, cool. Just remove it. So he put some anesthetic on it. I still felt it. It was very painful. And he just ended up pushing it out himself with the nurse there. And I thought it was gone. He said it would go. He gave me antibiotics and said take it for 14 days. Then antibiotics and it'll go away. Well, it did go away, but then it came back after a few weeks. And it was smaller at first. And then a few months later, it just grew back to the size it was, if not bigger. And at that point, I thought to myself, it was middle of COVID. Quarantine was hitting, everything. I thought, you know what, hell with it. I'm just going to live with it. Maybe it'll go away on its own. And it never did. And I dealt with it since, so 19, 20, 21, 2022, and then 2023. And then finally, after 4 years of it not going away, I thought, let me go to a different doctor. So I went to my dermatologist, which I should have gone to from the first place because he ended up taking care of the problem right away. So I went to my dermatologist, and he checked it out. He said, oh, it's not an ingrown hair. It's just a cyst. It's non-cancerous, thank God. It was just a cyst that was benign. So I thought, okay, how do we remove it? He said, you just come in a few weeks and, book an appointment, come in there, and then you're just going to be able to, I'm going to remove it to you. We put the anesthesia there on the numbing, whatever you want to call it. And then it takes about 5 minutes. And then we sit you up, and then you come back in a week or two, I believe. I think 2 weeks or 1 week. I don't know, 1 or 2 weeks later, we come and remove the stitch. Because it isn't the dissolving one. It's the one that they'd have to remove the stitch, physically. And I was like, okay, no problem. So I booked that appointment. They removed the cyst. Didn't hurt at all. Didn't feel it. I did hear like a big boom noise, like when they were like removing like the main part of the cyst from my chest. And yeah, they stitched it up and came back 2 weeks later and they removed the stitch and it was fine. And I did have so the stitch marks are still there, but they've mostly faded to like light pink. And then I will always have a scar about this big on my chest that will eventually turn flesh colored. It's still red now. It's still pinkish. Excuse me. And yeah, it'll eventually fade to flesh, but like flesh colored scar. But I'm not gonna show you because it's just like, I don't want to expose my bosom. But you guys get it. Yeah. It's just right there. That's where the scar is, right there. Right where the cow's udder is. I was wearing a hoodie, but it just got really warm, so I took it off. So yeah. Pink Floyd, hey. Anyway, you guys, so yeah, and that was in November, and I've healed, and obviously it is now 2 months later because it's the end of January now. So, yeah, that's my story about my cyst removal and my cyst story. It was the first cyst I ever got. It was scary because I didn't even know what it was at first, and now I know. So now next time, if I do get another cyst, I know where to go and how to take care of it. It's just super easy. So yeah, let me know if you've ever experienced something like this in the comments below. Don't forget to like up and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, bye guys.